And of course, as we learn more about the victim's reaction, of course, pouring in on social media.
It really is interesting to see this because social media oftentimes is used as maybe not a source for good. In this case, Rachel, who has been monitoring this all, Rachel, we have seen it be used for so much good, alerting students, letting them know what to do, and also showing support and letting the community know that they're not alone.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing now. Carolyn and Bill, take a look at some of these tweets we're seeing. Ellis, Riley, Drew, Sean, Rami, and Emily. I'm not hearing enough of these names. Those were the first tweets we started to see when these names were first released. Ellis and Riley, these are the names that deserve to be remembered. And I want to be fully transparent with you guys for just a second because we see everything you're sending in. Overnight, since this news first broke, so many people are asking us why they sometimes feel that the gunman, the suspect, is glorified in these situations. Being fully transparent, we didn't have these names overnight and this morning, and we don't in any way want to glorify the person responsible. We do want these names to be remembered. So now that we have them, now that we're getting this information, let's continue to do that. You can see right here, say their names. This isn't okay. This is my state. Ellis and Riley say their names. You're again seeing them all over. And then we're getting reminders from students saying that 2 students will never get to receive their degrees in which they worked so very hard for. They never get to sit in another class or take their finals, which was supposed to take place this week. Graduation right around the corner for so many of these students. No words, rest in peace. The nicest and most genuine guy I ever met, talking about Riley. We're seeing a lot of response. Riley Howell seemed to be a very well-known student on campus. My heart is broken. He was so nice to me last semester. Waking up hearing that Riley had his life taken away was just hitting too close to home for me. We're also hearing some people say, you know, join me in a speedy recovery for Drew. That's who Ruby was talking about, showing us the picture of Drew, who underwent surgery, now out of surgery and in stable condition this afternoon. We won't forget you. We won't stop saying your names, Ellis and Riley. If you think I'm repeating myself, I am. We're hoping that these are the names that you remember from this story. Also, we're hearing a lot on social media. This is yet to be confirmed, but so you know, people are saying Howell tried to jump on top of that shooter, to disarm that shooter that was in his classroom. Bill and Carolyn, I'm seeing that a few times. Again, we don't have all those details, but what I'm also seeing from other people responding to this tweet right here saying they're not surprised in any way, that was the type of person that Riley Howell was.
Rachel, one of the victims who's now in the hospital recovering, Rami is a exchange student. I'm thinking Rami's from, we know that he's from Saudi Arabia.
Right.
According to a radio, BTV, saying that his father is now coming to Charlotte to see his son. You never think of that. You're sending your son to study in the United States thinking they're going to be safe, and now this father's coming to see his son in the hospital.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of that, of people just chiming in that students shouldn't have to have this fear, and they're not going to let this fear define them. So a lot of really mature college students at UNCC, you guys, and I'm sure you'll see a lot of response from over the next couple of weeks.
You know, Rachel, you brought up a good point when you were talking about the names of the victims weren't talked about at first. We just had the name of the suspect.
Right.
And you know, the reason for that, and I don't think a lot of people realize that, is notifications of next of kin have to be
let
made.
Their family
You have to let the family members know. You would never want them to find out via this platform or social media. And so that's why the delay. And I don't think a lot of people may realize that.
Yeah, we just wanted to be transparent with you. Now that these names are released, these are the names we want you guys to take away.
That we'll talk about for sure.